Growing up, we had soup potatoes, not potato soup. And it's probably the poor man's version of potato soup. But let me show you how we made it. And it does take a lot less ingredients and a lot less cost. So depending on the size of your family, just pick out however many potatoes you want. I'm going to pick about 7 potatoes, and it doesn't matter if they're getting a little bit squishy. Just use up what you have, and that's the name of the game. This is even the old pan that my mother used to make it in. In my era, you not only pass down antiques, you pass down pans. So this is my antique potato soup pan. And so I only put in that many potatoes because there's only 2 of us, but you can put in as many as you want. And then we are going to just cover them with water and boil them until they are soft. And while that's boiling, we're going to dice up an onion. My dad liked almost as much onion in there as he did potato. And remember, we're thinking frugal. You can easily stick through the potatoes. That's the consistency that you want to take them off the burner and drain them. Then we're going to return them to the burner, add our diced onion, and add just enough milk to cover the potatoes. So I added about a teaspoon of salt. I'm also going to add parsley just so it will be pretty. And you're going to want to keep a really close eye on this because you don't want your milk to scorch, only for it to get warm. Potato soup has changed so much over the years. People add cheese and cream and all kinds of things to thicken it up and make it really, really rich and full of calories. But when I grew up, it was a thin soup. In fact, my dad would drink it right out of the bowl, and my mom would fish out the potatoes, smash them down, add butter, salt, and pepper, and we would eat them like a baked potato. But this is the way that I ate it growing up, and it was called soup potatoes. So stay tuned for the last secret ingredient. So I added a little bit of pepper, but you can do however you want. And the last secret ingredient is homemade chicken broth. And so I'm going to add about a cup of that and let this warm up. I added a couple more teaspoons of salt. So it'll depend on how salty your chicken broth is, but this is my homemade soup potatoes from my childhood recipe.